starting to work on the new song. Well, I'm not gonna tell you which song until the very end of the lesson. So just stay with me. So let's warm up a little bit. We're gonna go heels together, toes apart, and up, down, up, down, up, down. And as usual, we have the chest above the toes. Already the heels are helping us with that. So we're gonna try to keep that line. So we're going up and down and not up and down. Yeah, so down, not backwards, right? So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now try to keep the same line. We're gonna bend the knee and slightly sit down and then straighten up. Down and straighten up. Down, straighten up, down, straighten up, and up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And from here, we're gonna try to elevate our heels up and lower, up and lower, up and lower, up and lower. Now up to normal, up with the heels, down, down, up with the heels, down with the heels, up, up with the heels, down with the heels, down, up, down, up, up, down. Very good. Now we're gonna stay on one leg, point the other foot forward and just the little circles to the outside few times and the little circles to the inside few times. Now right, left, and point flex. Very good. Change the leg, same thing on the other side, so keep the weight on one leg, in this case my right, point the other one, circles to the outside few times and to the other side few times, left, right, and point flex. Very good. Now, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna review how to get around our own foot. So we're gonna try to stand on one leg, have the other one pick up the heel. Yes, but when we pick up the heel, we try to not send the knee outside, but rather inside. So the legs are kind of start overlapping. Yes, so the leg go up, and then the toes are touching the floor, the heel is off the ground. We try to go around and around. Now pay attention that you want to send the leg far enough so you can pass easily. If you're too close, you might cut. Yeah, so you want to be far enough and just few times around. Good. Change the leg. Same thing on the other side. So again, pick up the heel, the knee not outside, but towards your standing leg, and then around. Few times around. Very good. Now the next thing we're gonna do with this, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna try to pay attention that the upper part of the leg actually cross tiny bit more. So now we're not just worrying about the leg below the knee. We want the knee to go over and over. Remember, we were giving this example that we are sitting at the desk and maybe we have the knee on top of the knee and we can swing our leg. So that's kind of the same sensation. The only difference is that we are standing and not sitting, right? but we want the upper part of the leg to overlap. Yes, and we're gonna give it a little push backwards. Not a big boleo, just a tiny little bit back. Let's see on the other leg. So we're gonna send the leg few times. Pay attention that the leg really overlap. And when we are here, a little tiny adornment, a little tiny movement. So we're not worrying about the big boleo, just a tiny little movement. Tiny little movement. Tiny little movement. Tiny little movement. Let's go to the other side, same thing, and tiny little movement. Tiny little movement. Tiny little movement. Here we go. In our choreography, this is gonna repeat twice and actually only on one side. So we're gonna be standing on our right leg and we're gonna go 1, 2. Yes? Again, 1 and 2. Let's try on the other side, just in case. So here we go. 1 and 2. Again, 1 and 2. Very good. The next thing we're gonna need is the lapis. But this time we're not gonna have a huge lapis going around. We're gonna have a huge lapis but slightly offset forward. So we actually gonna start from the T position, yes, and we're gonna send the leg as it's pointing out. So we're not really going sideways so much, we sort of going forward, yes? Not like this, but because we are in that T position here. And from here we're gonna have the biggest lapis you can imagine and we're gonna cross up front. From here we're gonna do the same thing. So just repeat a lapis and a lapis. So as you see, we are not worrying so much about sending the lapis so much backwards. I show you from the side. So we started from the T position, we started sideways and forward and cross. And see, from here, we're not gonna be sending the leg so much backwards, we just send it more side and again up front. Side and again up front, side and again up front. So what do we need to know about the lapis? We already did several times the exercise where we were saying extend the leg to your extreme back, come back, extend to your extreme side, come back, extend to your extreme forward and come back. What I mean by the extreme, the farthest extension you can get, right? So just in case, if you're just joining in to start working on it, let's do the whole thing. So let's go back, together, side, together, forward, together, back, together, side, together, forward, together. Let's change the leg, same thing on the other side, back, together, side, together, forward, together, back, together, side, together, and forward, together. And normally we said that by joining those extreme point of extension, we getting our lapis, yes? So we're going to our back, then we immediately go to side without coming back to our center, forward, now the center, back, side, forward, center, back, side, forward, center, back, side, forward, center. Let's do to the other leg, same thing, back, side, forward, center, back, side, forward, center, back, side, forward, center. So what we're gonna do now with this lapis, instead of using this full extension back, we're gonna start with the T. right? And send it immediately side. And we're not gonna come back to center with the feet together. We're gonna send it a little bit over and cross up front. Now, we're gonna do the same thing with the other leg, but now we cannot send it to the T position because already it's crossed. So we're not gonna worry about it. It's just the beginning. The only thing that we're gonna worry about it right now that we are not going back. We're going immediately side and cross. Immediately side and cross. Immediately side and cross. Let's try again. A little T and forward cross and forward cross. Let's do to the other side, same thing. We're gonna start with the T, and from this T we're gonna send the leg side and cross up front, and then just continue repeating. Again, T and side cross forward, cross forward, cross forward, and cross forward. Very good. Let's do few times. So left leg, side, forward cross, forward cross, forward cross. Now the right leg, T position, and side, forward cross, forward cross, forward cross. One more time. T position and side, forward cross, forward cross. The other leg, so right leg in the T position, start side, forward cross, and forward cross. One more time, left leg, T position, side and front cross, front cross, front cross. Right leg in a T, side and front cross, and front cross. Very good. Now, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cross back and immediately go forward, and immediately go back, and immediately go forward. Same leg. Let me show you from the side. So let's start with the T, forward, rebound, back, rebound, forward, rebound, back. Good. The other leg. So now right in a T position, we go forward, rebound, back, rebound, forward, and rebound back. Change the leg again, T position, and forward, rebound to back, rebound to forward, rebound to back. Again, the other leg, T position, and forward, rebound to back, rebound to forward, rebound to back. One more time, left leg, T position, forward, rebound, 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 and change weight. T position with the right leg, rebound, 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 and rebound. Now, where we gonna take that? Well, we're gonna take it to that table. That table is here for a reason. So, the first exercise we're gonna do, we're gonna set ourselves, okay, not too far. Let's say a foot and a half from the table. We're gonna place our hands on the table, yes? Now, we cannot be pushing so much that the table moves, yeah? It's just the intention towards it. Now, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna use this table with the sensation that we're pushing ourselves out of the swimming pool. So that exercise that we did at the beginning with the heels going up and down, same thing, but now we're not just thinking about the heels, we're actually thinking about pushing ourselves over. my table is pretty high, so I can think about taking my belly button above the table. Whatever your table is, if it's about this height is good, yeah, slightly lower is good, slightly higher. The higher is better than the lower because it's going to be more difficult. But the sensation is that you kind of going up and over, not down, yes? So first thing, up and over, up and over, up and over, up and over. And the next thing we're gonna do, we have our hands here, and the same sensation that I'm trying to bring my belly button to the table. Yes, I'm trying to bring my belly button to the table. And again, to the table. To the table. Good. Now, as you see, my arms are bending. So one thing you might want to also exercise to kind of let your body acknowledge what's happening. If you're touching your hands to the table, now try to bring your hands to you, but by bending the elbow rather than sending the elbows backwards. So you don't want to do this, right? You want to do this. This, yeah, so you have that flexibility. The arms don't have to be just moving in this joint, yeah. We have the possibility to also use the elbows, right? So now when I'm going closer to the table, my elbows are not passing me. Yes, I actually bend them in, right? I go up and over, but I am not sending my elbows out, yes? Up and over. Up and over. Now, the pressure is forward and down, not just forward or just down. So I'm not just pushing myself up, and I'm not pushing the table because it's gonna trip, right? So, I mean, you know those tables, they're pretty light. You are familiar with them because those are the tables that you saw and use in the studio, right? So, same thing here, yes? I am pushing diagonally down to bring myself over. Over. Okay. Once we have this, we're gonna try to get half foot farther away from this and do the same thing. So up and over first, up and over, up and over, and then once you're comfortable, try to bring your belly button towards the table, yes? It's not gonna happen, but that's the sensation, yes? We're going there, and slowly down, towards the table and 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 down. Very good. If you feel like you can go half foot farther, well, go for it. Let's try one more time, yes? So right now I have my hands pretty much fully stretched. Yeah, I cannot even support myself, yes? So I need to really be careful because I don't want to collapse towards the table, yeah, and I don't want to stick my hips out. So none of this look, neither this bend inwards or bend outwards, none of this look works. We kind of practicing like a plank in yoga, right? So we try to keep the body pretty straight, but also we're trying not to lose that much of a height, because if I just go completely down, see my head is going down. I'm gonna try to lift my heels and have this sensation up and over, so I will not lose that much of the height, right? Let's try a few times. Good. Now what's gonna happen now, we're gonna try to add the lapis that we just practiced to this volcada position that we just created with the table. So what is volcada? That's the first thing. Volcada is the position that we creating between the partners, and we start sharing the axis in a sort of like a pyramid or tent look. It can be very small, yes, can be very small, or it can be very large. Now what I'm showing you is pretty even triangle, but what happens usually, the leader is stronger, so he does not need to leverage you evenly, right? So the leader does not need to incline that much. Basically, he just uses slight inclination to support your body. Here we have no leader, so the effort belongs completely to us. Yes, so we need to exercise our body how to do that, right? So in the volcada position, the shared axis position, we are not relying on our own axis. We're relying on shared axis. Not exactly his, but on both of us. So if the leader walks out, we would fall down. Well, here you have a table, right? So we have this, we're gonna incline and we're gonna start switching. Right now, not too much, because we're gonna have to explain what's going on and you wanna try the steps, right? So first we're gonna just start switching the weight from one leg to the other, right? Like this. So let's try to do this. Yeah, we have the hands there, we're gonna go up and over and start switching the feet from one side to the other, yes? So if I fall, if I take my hands away, I would fall, right? Okay, let's try one more time. Inclination up and over, and let's start switching the feet from one side to the other. Good, one more time. And up and over, and start switching the feet. Now let's stop on the right foot, and here we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna send the left leg in the T position, send it out, around, 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 and to the cross. I'm gonna stop lying on the table because it's hard for me to talk and do it, right? So we're just gonna be doing these movements, but in the volcada position, right? Let's just do T position. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, rebound, and 1 backwards. And then we release and we start all over again, right? Okay, so here we go. Up and over, T, first cross, second cross, third rebound, and back. So see, in order for me to regain axis, I need to bring myself closer. So I need to lift the standing heel, this one, yes, and I'm gonna try to cross not behind, but very much forward, so I can regain my axis, right? So let's try again. Up and over, weight goes to the right leg, left one to the T, and side, front, front, rebound, and back. Again, up and over, T position, leg, leg, rebound, and relax. And again, up and over, and T, first cross, second cross, rebound, and cross behind to relax, right? Place yourself close enough to the table so you can immediately go into your volcada, right? You don't have to run for the table to do it, right? So I'm gonna start like this on the hand stretch towards the table, right? I can have my hands on the table, but I won't because it's tiring to keep it there. So at first, I'm just gonna start like this. I'm gonna place my weight on the right leg and with the leg go up and little adornment. And again, T position, inclination, then 1, 2, 3, and rebound. Again, and 1, 2, T position, up and over, first cross, second cross, rebound, and cross behind. One more time, and 1, 2, T, up and over, 1, 2, rebound, and cross behind. The next change that we're gonna introduce is that we're gonna regain our axis not by crossing behind with the close cross. We're gonna try to pivot and immediately go to the back cross. Now, the advantage of this table for the visual purpose is that it is round, yes? So we can imagine sort of like a sphere going around our leader. When we travel, we usually travel around. So this only emphasizes that that's what's happening, yes? So right now we did this 1, 2, we did 1, 2, 3 rebound, and we were crossing behind, trying to get closer to the table so we can regain our axis. This time, instead, on the last one after the rebound, we're gonna pivot and immediately go into the back ocho. Back ocho, back ocho, and back ocho. 3 of them, right? So how do we do back ocho? Well, now this table is gonna be to your advantage. It's gonna make your life much easier. So since we have the table, we're gonna use it, and we're gonna try to pay attention to the placement of our feet, like really, because there is no excuse, we do have a support, right? So what happens? Usually when we think about the back step, what happens is that because we are thinking about turning, we tend to turn our foot this way to help with the turn, right? But that's not the case. We're supposed to have our heel inwards and toe outwards, so we should step like this and now complete the pivot. Same thing on the other side. I do not want to turn my foot already, even though it looks like it helps my pivot. I want to send my toes outward and the heels towards my partner, in this case the table, so to make it look much prettier. And from here I send the leg, and that helps me with the pivot. So one thing that we're gonna worry about is the position of the feet. We're gonna try really hard not to let this happen, not to turn the heel. We're gonna try to go really inward, yes? Then send the leg and complete the pivot. So this is one worry. Second worry is that we remember that when we are pivoting backwards, the leg, the free leg, is the one that helps us and initiate the pivot. What I mean by this? Let's say I go for the back ocho here. If I leave the leg, the free leg, forward and initiate my pivot, my leg will stay in this position, right? And now, of course, I can use it for something. I just undo the cross and step backwards, yes? So let's say I arrive now to my back leg, I turn again and I go. But normally, that's not how you do back ochos, right? So in this case, opposite to the forward ochos, we send the leg first. Once we send the leg, then the pivot happens, yes? So we say that in the back ocho, the leg helps or initiates the pivot. in this case no leader, so we can say with no offense that the leg initiates the pivot, right? So we have our weight on the back leg, we are not pivoting yet, we're sending the leg and then the pivot happens. We're sending the leg and then the pivot happens. So normally alone is quite difficult, but with this song we're using the table, so we're gonna use this for the exercise. So stand on, say, right leg, and again, T position first, then extend the leg, make sure the heel goes inward, try to step like this, and the next leg, T position and pivot. T position, start sending and pivot. T position, start sending and pivot. T position, start sending, pivot. T position, start sending, pivot. T position, start sending, pivot. So we're gonna have 3 of those. After the third one, we're gonna send our right leg back as though we were going to walk. But instead of walking, we're gonna send the leg very slightly up. So extend and up. Extend and up. Extend and up. Extend and up. Good. From here, we're gonna extend and touch the ground, but with this movement. Yes, this movement. So we're gonna extend and loop. Again, extend and loop. Again, extend and loop. Now, when we're going up and we're doing the loop, we're gonna try to get with the leg a tiny bit behind like this. So it's not completely extended, it's already closer to me. So up and loop. Again, up and loop. Again, up and loop. Up and loop. Now, up and point. Again, up and point. Again, up and point. Again, up and point. Let's do on the other leg. So we extend it forward and we go just back. Back. And back. And back and up. Again, back and up. Back and up. Up and loop. Again, up and loop. Again, up and loop. Again, up and loop. Now we're gonna try to turn. Up and turn. Again, up and turn. Again, up and turn. Again, up and turn. Let's go back to the other leg, right? So we were doing the back ochos, yes? 1, 2, and 3, up and point. From here, all we're gonna do is to bring the leg to the cross here, right? So 3 ochos, starting with the left leg traveling back. 1, 2, 3, up, point, cross. One more time. 1, 2, 3, up, point, cross. 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross. And again, 1, 2, 3, up, point, cross. Let's go to the other side. So now my right leg will be traveling backwards. I go 1, 2, 3, up, point, cross. Again, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross. Again, 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross. Okay, so now let's combine. Let's start ochos with the left leg traveling backwards. We do 3 ochos, our adornments, and then we reverse, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross. Now we uncross, and with the same leg, right leg in this case, we're gonna start the next ocho. 1, 2, 3, up, point, cross. Uncross, and now left leg ocho. 1, 2, 3, up, point, cross, uncross, and go. 1, 2, 3, up, point, cross, and again. 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, and cross. Okay, so where does that go to our choreography? We started 1, 2, T position, inclination, 1, 2, 3, rebound, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross, and step. Just to this moment. One more time. 1, 2, T, up and over, 1, 2, rebound, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross, and step, and 1, 2, T, up and over, 1, 2, 3, rebound, and 1, 2, 3, and point, cross, step, and 1, 2, T, inclination up and over, first, second, rebound, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, cross, back. Good. From this back step, we're gonna go into linear bolero. So what is linear bolero? Basically, what happens, we took a step, right? We were going into our ochos, yes, and we simply extend the leg as though we were going to walk again, but we're gonna take it up. Now, what I would like you to practice, for those linear boleros, I like that it does not have that look like this, yes? This not so good, yeah? Like if you're doing something small on the floor, okay, that's fine, yeah? But this one is gonna be linear, right? So basically what happens when we extend the leg, yes, there is a space between our knees, yeah? There is a space here. We don't want to collapse that space, yeah? So we don't want to go there and collapse, right? We want to go there, keep the knee in the position where already is, and simply lift the part of the leg from the below the knee, right? And now you can come back. So out, up, come back. Out, up, come back. Out, up, come back. Not out, up. See, now the knees are together. Out, keep it separate. Up, yes? Up, 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 and you can recover. Let's try to the other side. Same thing. We have the leg extended. Yeah, there is a space between our knees. We're not gonna let it collapse. It's already there. Just go up, 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 up. Yes? So if we took a step, it will be step, extend, up, and come back. Step, extend, 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 and come back. Yes? So this is gonna happen after all these fancy adornments. So you just took your last ochos, you pointed, you cross, you took the one step, that next leg is gonna go up. Yes? So you took the step, you did the adornment, cross, step back, kick, and we're gonna go forward. So step back, adornment, cross, step back, up, and we're gonna go forward. One more time. So back ocho, adornment, cross, step back, up, and we're going forward. So we're going back, adornment, cross, step back, up, and we're going forward. Again, step back, adornment, cross, step back, up, forward, ocho, and again. Step back, adornment, cross, back, back, forward, and again. Step back, adornment, cross, step back, up, forward, and again. Let's go to the other side. So now, right leg going back, back, adornment, cross, step back, up, and forward. Again, step back, adornment, cross, step back, up, we go forward, and again. Step back, adornment, cross, back, up, forward, again. Back, adornment, cross, back, up, forward, and forward. Very good. So now let's put all this together. So we had two little adornments. 1 and 2. T position. We go into volcada and 1, 2, rebound, recover to the back ocho. 1, 2, 3, adornment, cross, step back, up, forward, and another forward. 1, 2, T, and 1, 2, 3, rebound, recover, and 1, 2, 3, a dormant cross, back, up, forward, and forward. And 1, 2, T position, 1, 2, 3, rebound, recover, 1, 2, 3, a dormant cross, back, up, and forward, forward. At the end of this forward, what can come? Of course, the little rouleau, yes? So we already worked those rouleaus. We know they coming from the front ochos. So in the front ochos, as opposed to the back ochos, the pivot is initiated by the hip, right? Not from the free leg. So I will not be doing this, right? I'll be leaving the free leg behind, initiating the pivot and going with the leg. Pivot and leg. Pivot and leg. Pivot and leg. Pivot and leg. Now, when I have this situation, I have one hip of the free leg that can be open more. Yes, I show you from this side. So now I'm to you in an open position. Yes, so you're seeing the other side. Yes, my cross is going there. But that hip needs to be open, right? When this hip is open, yes, so I'm in a cross position towards my table, this hip is open, which causes also the leg, the back heel, to go more inward with that hip, right? So let's try to do it diagonally so you can see. So I go forward to my ocho, I leave the hip open. From here, I'm gonna send again the big lapis. Yes, so send the leg back, open the hip, and big lapis. Leg back, open the hip, big lapis. Now you see, normally you have the leg like this and the lapis kind of look like a side step here, forward and together, yes? Because you open the hip, when the leg comes, is kind of turned outwards still, and even here is still turned outward until almost this very moment here. Yes, so pay attention to this. Back, open hip, and around. Back, open hip, and around. Let's try on the other leg. I go forward, leave my hip open, and big lapis. Open hip, big lapis. Open hip, big lapis. Open hip, big lapis. As a next part, we're gonna add a small circle in front of you. So if you imagine the line going out of your body, right? You have 1/4 here, 1/4 here, 1/4 here, 1/4 here. So you have like your own territory, right? So you can do the circle in this quarter or in this quarter behind you, right? Right now we're gonna be interested in these ones on the front one. And notice that it goes away towards, right? So it goes side and back towards, not forward and away, yes? It goes side away and back towards you, yes? Towards you. Good, let's try on the other leg. Same thing, towards you. Good. So now we're gonna add those little circles at the end of our big lapis. So if I send my one leg back, I open the hip extra, I bring the leg in, and still with this leg turned out, I'm gonna try to add this circle and only close at the end. So back, open, big, small, and close. Back, open, big, small, and close. back open, big, small, and close. Now on the other side, so send the leg back, open the hip, big, small, and close. Back, big, small, and close. Back, big, small, and close. So that's the theory. Now all this is happening during the pivot on our forward crosses. So let's say I have a forward cross, one leg is left behind. That's where I open the hip, I send big lapis, small lapis, and together. Okay, but I never turn. I have to remember to turn, right? So the leg is behind. When the first lapis is about here, you start pivoting and add that little circle. So here, pivot and little circle. And from here, next one. So I open my hip, I start my lapis. When the leg is about here, I start adding the small circle, but I have to remember to pivot, right? So here. Forward, big lapis, small, and down. 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 Forward, and down. Forward, and down. Forward, and down. Forward, and down. So as usual, since this adornment, the rulo, looks good as an emphasis of something, it works well at the end of the phrase. So we're gonna put it at the end of the phrase at our second forward cross, right? So remember you had back ocho, adornment cross, another back cross, up, yes? And here you had your first forward cross immediately with the second forward cross where the rulo is gonna happen, right? So let's put it all together. We have 1, 2, T position, inclination, and 1, 2, 3, rebound, recover, back ocho, back ocho, back ocho with all the adornments, back cross, linear boleo, first forward cross, second forward cross, here comes your rulo, pam, pam. And the next step, let's say forward. One more time, 1, 2, T position, inclination, and 1, 2, rebound, and recover, second back cross, third, adornment cross, step, kick, and forward, forward with the rulo, and can be next forward. 1, 2, T position, inclination up and over, first, second, rebound, and 1, 2, 3, adornment cross, back, kick, first forward, second forward, and rulo. Again, 1, 2, T, up and over, 1, 2, rebound, back, 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 adornment cross, back, linear boleo, forward, forward, rulo. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the very beginning of the song because we are starting to move right at the beginning of it. So we need to hear it few times so you can catch that moment. Remember, all we're doing is pump and pump. One more time so you can hear this pum 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 pum. Yeah? Let's listen once and then we try. Okay, let's try. Okay, so now you have the beginning, then just watch once. You can try to go along or just watch once and then we're gonna repeat a couple of times. Okay, so now you know the song. It's a Beatles song, Yesterday, but it got converted by Romantica Milonguera to the tango version. So that's what we're working with. Let's try together.